Hey YouTube, welcome back to Clutch Situation. Today I have a Japanese manufacturer mechanical pencil that I obtained at a store here that is unfortunately closing here soon in Omaha called the Gadgeteer. And Omaha is known for its business dealings. Warren Buffett lives here. You can drive past his house. And it's also known for the railroad industry and the meatpacking industry. And since a lot of business executives come through this city, oftentimes we have some really interesting shops. And the Gadgeteer was one of those. And it's unfortunate that it's closing, but what was special about the Gadgeteer is that it carried a extensive line of luxury mechanical pencils like Porsche design mechanical pencils, Monteverde, Faber-Castell, a whole bunch of really well-known brands of both pens, fountain pens, ballpoint pens, and mechanical pencils. So the store is having a going out of business sale, and at this stage, nearly everything is discounted tremendously, and that meant that stock is really low. I had stopped in there about a month ago to pick up some Fisher Space pen refills at greatly reduced cost, and I walked in about a week and a half ago and picked up this gem for another greatly reduced cost as well. And so what are we talking about here? Well, I'll go ahead and remove the package sleeve. This is the Fueki Locus mechanical pencil, and you can see that it says on the cover here Metaphys. This is apparently for the Metaphys stationery series, as it says right here, and this is designed and manufactured in Japan. And part of the reason why I picked this up is that it's in this really brilliant hazard orange, I suppose, color, which I don't have a lot of orange mechanical pencils, and I've been on the lookout for a really nice, rich orange mechanical pencil. I have a pastel orange P205. Actually, I think it's a P207. Doesn't really matter. 0.7 millimeter Pentel Sharp. And so I saw this Locus pencil, and I'd never seen a Locus pencil before because this Japanese manufacturer, Fueki, is not something that even if you peruse sites online, you're likely to find. Now, I tried to do a little bit of research on this, and most of the sites that I was able to come up with were in Japanese, which doesn't really help me, and the translation isn't always good. Long story short, too late, I picked this up for half price. I believe that the Gadgeteer was selling it for retail of about $72, and I got it for $36. I got it for half off, so I feel like I got a really good deal on it. If you peruse sites online like Amazon and various UK sites, it's going to range anywhere from $50 USD to upwards of $70 with a conversion from British pound sterling. And so, it would be considered a luxury mechanical pencil. And so, I've been using it for the last week. It's got a really interesting design with this pocket clip design that you see right here. The knock of the mechanical pencil is actually the top of the pocket clip, and then when you knock, you get an extendable lead sleeve here. And so I thought I'd do what I actually haven't done in quite some time on the channel, which is review a brand new mechanical pencil. So here we go. This is the Fueki Locus mechanical pencil, 0.5 millimeter. I've seen online that it also comes in black and silver, which are sort of classic mechanical pencil designs. And see if I can shift the camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I can get everything in frame. And so let's run down the rating scale and discuss what's going on with this. We'll do what I normally do here: writing experience and quality and features and cost. First, let me run down some of the pros and cons of it. The thing is weighty, and not weighty in a bad way. I mean, I've been using it for the last week, and it says on the packaging that it's designed for extended writing. And one of the things that mechanical pencils always tend to get wrong is how it's weighted in the hand, and something that you would think some people prefer the weight to be closer to the grip, some people prefer the weight to be evenly spread across the body of the pencil. The weight of this pencil is spread out across the body of the pencil, and it feels heavy in my hand, but I agree with the manufacturer that I don't feel as fatigued writing with this as I would a similar heavy pencil that perhaps did not have the weight distributed with as much care. Now, I don't know if that's actually true, if it's just I have like a placebo effect or something going on with this, but I've really enjoyed writing with it, despite the fact that it has that greater weight. You also obviously this isn't necessarily something that you can see, but it's a real high quality body construction. I sort of feel like this thing could be hit by a nuclear weapon and come out okay. Obviously not, but it seems really solidly constructed. Like in terms of the body alone, I would say I sort of get the impression of like Rotring series brass pencils. Now the rest of it, maybe not so much, but that's my impressions of the body. It does have a retractable lead sleeve, and I'm going to talk about some of the cons of this style of retractable lead sleeve here in a little bit. And it's got an overall stylish look. I'll go ahead and take the end off. So it has, pretty typical drafting eraser here. This portion of the pencil is plastic, and then there's this little what seems like a springy rubber thing right here for the knock, and then you can take the eraser out, drafting eraser, to replace the lead if you'd like. Now, this is where I want to get into quite a few cons for the pencil. I don't regret buying it at all. I got a really good deal on it. There's some things that bother me about it after using it for about a week and a half, and so let's just go ahead and run down some of the early examples of what I experienced with this. So for writing experience, I'm going to give it a good, and you notice that I just mentioned that one of my concerns was, or one of the benefits of it was that I felt like the weighting was really good despite being a heavier mechanical pencil. Well, after I went through my first stick of lead on it with writing it, it got jammed. And I had put some more lead in there, and it was just not going. And it appears as if there's a seam here where you can unscrew this part of the mechanical pencil and do a little bit of work on it. I tried to unscrew it. It did not start to unscrew, and I'm always leery of breaking things if I force them, and so I don't really feel comfortable taking this mechanical pencil apart, which that in of itself could be something that is a limitation of the pencil for you. I managed to get the pencil unjammed by sticking a lead jam clear, of course, up into the barrel, but in doing so, it somehow got caught, and I pulled the lead sleeve directly out of the end of the pencil. And of course, I panicked for a second, and then I just popped the lead sleeve back in, and it's worked fine ever since. But that makes me really suspicious of the quality. And so despite the fact that I thought that the body construction seemed like it was a really good... Oops. And when I pulled that off to use the eraser just popped right out. But there we go. It's working again now. So despite the fact that it has this solid body construction, I'm going to give the quality on it a good. I also feel like the pocket clip is a little too springy for my taste. I feel like unless you clip this to a really decent thickness of paper, that it's going to fall off. Another issue that I have with the pocket clip and with the pencil in general is that the pencil is really the wrong size for a pocket. And this may not have been designed for a Western shirt pocket, like I'm talking about a dress shirt, which is what I wear at school. But I found that when I put this pencil in my dress shirt pocket, if this is the pocket, the pencil will go all the way down to the bottom, and then there's too much sticking up over the top so that the pocket clip doesn't really grip the pocket really, really well. And so that's something that sort of limits the functionality for me if I can't clip this into my pocket. And so what ended up happening is that in most of the day it ended up sitting at a diagonal in my pocket, which really shouldn't do that. I should be able to clip it and have it be fine, and that wasn't an option. And so I feel like the care that was put into the design of the weighting sort of fell off with the aesthetics of the pocket clip. The designer created something stylish, but in doing so, which is a common concern with mechanical pencils, it ended up being something that was just non-functional in terms of keeping it in your pocket. I also think with regards to the pocket clip, and this is why I'm also going to dock this pencil on the features, I'm going to go with good plus on the features. A pencil of this nature with a retractable lead sleeve I'd usually go great, but the pocket clip sort of bothers me as the knock point on the pencil. You have to put down on this wire here in order to knock the pencil, and if I'm focused on writing and then I have to hit this knock, it actually kind of jams into my finger and it doesn't feel good. I'd rather have like a button there on the knock that you would expect from a typical mechanical pencils, and so I think once again the styling gets in the way of the functionality of the pencil as well. Other aspects. I'm always concerned about lead sleeve designs like this because with this abrupt end to the end of the pencil and then this tiny little hypodermic lead sleeve that is coming out, there's just all sorts of possibilities that this thing could snap off, and I've already spoken about how we have this problem of the lead sleeve falling out under one circumstance while I was trying to clear a jam out of the pencil. And so this is a pencil that I have enjoyed writing with, and I'm glad it's part of my collection, but all of these little things sort of add up to a situation that is kind of difficult for me to recommend to anybody but the collector. So if you're a collector of mechanical pencils and you're interested in exploring unique designs, especially of Japanese manufacture and the attempts by Fueki to attempt to make a mechanical pencil that was weighted appropriately, if you're interested in those sorts of things, go for it. The price is a concern. I mean, I didn't get this for a luxury price, but most of the opportunities that you might have for purchasing it on Amazon or from a Japanese site or from a site in the United Kingdom would be considerably more expensive than what I paid for it, somewhere between $50 and $75 equivalent USD. And so for that price, it's difficult for me to recommend it. So does it make my top 10? No. Does it make my honorable mentions? Still no. I mean, I'm giving the features of this pencil a really good score, but when you combine all those features with the cost, I just don't see it as something that would be worth it for anybody but a collector. Now, all that being said, I'm really glad that I investigated this aesthetically pleasing sort of modern design to a mechanical pencil, and I've enjoyed writing with it. It's going to go into my orange collection, so to speak, of pencils that I'll wear with orange dress shirts, because I like to match my pencils with whatever dress shirt I'm wearing on a particular day, and so this pencil will fit that requirement quite nicely. And so, oh, and one last thing I guess that I wanted to mention about the cost is that I think your money would be better spent on a Rotring 800 or a Rotring Rapid Pro or a Retro 51 Hexamatic or potentially even a TWSBI Precision. But if you're a collector and you're looking to collect various mechanical pencils, go for it. And so I hope you enjoyed this review of the Fueki Locus mechanical pencil. Interesting mechanical pencil with interesting aesthetic and design. It's weighted really nicely. A variety of minor concerns all add up to a major concern, and so I can't recommend it for anyone other than collectors. But I hope you enjoyed watching, and have a great day.